Hi guys, welcome to Sun Tribe Tarot. I'm Zelda and this is going to be a general reading, general love reading for all signs for the next 10 days. And since it's still Gemini season, I will begin with Gemini and end with Taurus. Again, it's a general love reading, so please take the reading as it resonates. Take what resonates and leave the rest. There might be different messages for different people. If your sun sign does not resonate, then please do check out your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus sign to see if any messages in those readings resonate with you. And if it does not, then I am sorry, I am not picking up on your energy this week. So maybe next time. But yeah, and I will leave timestamps on the in the comment section for your convenience, so you can just click on the timestamp and fast forward to your sign of desire, so you don't have to go through the entire video. And these are going to be short readings, but nevertheless, let's see what's going to happen for the next 10 days. All right, I'm starting with Gemini. Let's see what energies are going to be influencing you for the next 10 days, Gemini, when it comes to your love life and love connections. Let's see what you're going through. Ooh. Okay. A lot of you seems to be going through a period where you're waiting, where you're stagnant, where you might be analyzing things, judging things, trying to figure something out, or trying to understand things. A lot of you, I think, are very much focused on your money, your business, your material security and income. A lot of you are also, it's like you're tending to your own garden. You're really focused on, what you have that can benefit you, what you have that's stable, what you have that brings prosperity. Also, you might be looking at people and sizing them up as far as, are they trustworthy, are they stable, are they down to earth, are they loyal, are they reckless, and so on. You might be like, sizing people, person, or situations up. All right, it's because I have, crowning the reading, I have the King of Pentacles along with the Seven of Pentacles. So you're definitely focused on material security, stability, and so on. And with the Seven of Pentacles, like, you're waiting, you're not taking much action, basically. You're waiting and you're analyzing, sizing things, people up, maybe even checking out their value, their worth, who's worth keeping, what's worth working on, what do I need to let go. You're like, basically tending to your own kingdom, your own empire here. Make sure everything's in check. Gemini love for the next 10 days. By the way, this what I just talked about could also apply to the person you're dealing with, Gemini. If you're dealing with an individual here, it is a love reading, so I'm basically picking out cards for you and a person you're dealing with that you have love ties with. So it could be family, friends, lover, partner, co-workers, whatever it may be, but somebody you have emotional ties to, very strong emotional ties. So just take that as it resonates, whatever applies to you. But I have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse along with the Six of Wands for you here. Oh, and again, the energies I read for you and the person you're dealing with can apply in reverse to your situation. Keep that in mind. Forgot to mention that at the beginning of the reading. Oh well. But yeah. Okay, so it looks like some of you have been or are experiencing some sort of an ending a completion of some sort, but that was very, or that is very stressful, or you might even feel like you were trapped in a situation or controlled or manipulated or even attacked, or no matter what you tried, it just didn't work out. And you felt like you reached the tipping point, or your person could feel this way too. And it looks like either there was an ending, a completion, or it's happening, or it's about to happen. And I think this with it brings a lot of frustration and anger, especially on the part of the person you're dealing with. I have the King of Wands in reverse, along with the Ten of Swords in reverse, in the middle between you guys, and the person you're dealing with is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I think they are, or they were, frustrated or angry or resentful. They could have been impulsive. They could have had anger issues or control issues, or you could have been dealing with somebody who is not really grounded, who is very untrustworthy, who likes to play the game, you know, play people or play around. They don't really take stuff too seriously. They like to have fun. So you could have been dealing with somebody like this, or somebody who has a big ego as well. That could be possible. But it looks like you guys are currently in a stagnant situation, whether you're together or apart. A lot of you, I think, are apart, but you don't have to be. Some people might be, still with this person or dealing with them. But yeah, you're basically you're no longer putting work into this situation. You don't want to, or you don't feel like they deserve it, or it's not worth, investing in. I think that's what the Queen of Pentacles here is for you, Gemini, in reverse. It's like you're no longer wanting to work on this or give to this or commit to this or invest. And not doing this, letting this go, or no longer putting in any effort. It's like it's giving you more confidence. Like you're leaving the situation feeling like you're stronger than before. So you might even feel like proud of yourself, for some of you, for letting go of this situation, or seeing the reality of it, what's worth, what's not, what's loyal, what's not, and so on, or who. And the person you're dealing with, they're in a point where they're going to be healing. And this Knight of Wands can also mean that they're letting go, like their passion, their motivation, the fire they had is no longer, it's being put out, it's dying or dimming down, and instead they're retreating, especially into their own mind, to go over things and find some healing and peace. Yeah, this situation between you two, I got another fire. Like the fires are in reverse, the fire cards, except for the Six of Wands on your side, which is like you're feeling strong, you're feeling better, powerful, more confident, and maybe even proud of yourself, like I said. But moving forward, I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the passion between you two is definitely dying, if it hasn't died out completely already. And there might be, again, resentment, anger, frustrations between you two, or the person might feel like this about you. And I don't think the situation is going to get anywhere positive, at least not right now, if ever. Yeah, I think it's best that you guys take some time out or take a break to do what's best for you in this situation, because it doesn't look like you're happy. So yeah, that was Gemini. Now I am moving on to Cancers. Hi Cancers, how are you guys doing? Let's see what energies will be influencing you for the next 10 days when it comes to your love life. Let's see what you're dealing with. I hope there are good things happening for you in the month of June, Cancer. All right. Okay, Cancer love. Ooh. A door is being closed or has been closed. Not sure. You're the one who shut the door on somebody, or somebody's shutting the door on you, or maybe you and a person together are experiencing something where a door is being shut in your face. You together. I don't know. Let's see what the cards are going to say. Okay, so I have the Four of Wands in reverse crowning your reading, affecting both you and your person. Possibly your person too, but definitely you. The Four of Wands in reverse, like I said, there's a door being closed here. Or there's, if that's not the case, then it's like between you and this person, it's difficult to partner up, to get on the same page, to commit, to work together. Or it has been difficult. There might be trouble with a relationship or a marriage or some type of commitment and partnership. It's kind of like shaky right now. There might be some problems here. And Cancer, you're showing up as the King of Cups, which is, makes sense. King of Cups, water energy here, in the upright. So you're definitely keeping to yourself. I don't think you're sharing your feelings, your emotions, whatever you have within going on. You're not sharing it with people. You're keeping it to yourself. You're very much in control of your emotions. You're making emotional or intuitive decisions, but it comes from a healthy place. And I think you're also somewhat self-protective. Some of you might be that way. May not resonate with everybody. But it's because the King of Cups is accompanied by the Temperance card in reverse. So there is an imbalance. You may not be as peaceful, especially within. Yeah, this situation definitely deals with either a home, a business, a long-standing relationship, somebody you have emotional ties with, but it's also very tangible and you've put in time into this. This isn't somebody new. You may, I don't know, for some of you, you may be involved with them, like it may be a new person you're involved with, but I think you still knew them. Like you didn't just meet them. You have some sort of history here. Yeah, I think you're just trying to find some balance and peace. I don't think you're as patient anymore, Cancer. You may have had to be in the past, but you're no longer patient. But you're not giving either. The person you're dealing with is showing up as the Page of Pentacles along with the Knight of Swords. So they're going to, I think there's going to be communication between you two, because the card between you is also Queen of Swords, another card about communication. So that definitely, I think the person you're dealing with is going to communicate with you very quickly. And it's about, you could be dealing with an air or sign, by the way, but it's like about a commitment or accountability, responsibility. It could also be about like they want to invest. It's like they're willing to give or willing to commit, but it's like very minimal what they're offering to do or saying that they will do or whatever, because they're going to communicate with you. But it's like, I'm willing to give, but it's going to be minimal. So, whatever I have to do, I'll do it. But beyond that, I may not put in any extra effort, time, or whatever, or give anything extra. So you're trying to get fairness here and balance. I think you're trying to restore balance. I have the Two of Pentacles along with the Queen of Swords. So in the Temperance being in reverse on your side, I think you're trying to basically balance things out. Like with dealing with this person, I think it was sort of one-sided in some ways. Somebody was giving too much, the other person was not at all, or there was just something wasn't fair. The scales were not even. And I think you're trying to look at it logically, or at least like have clear communication to restore that balance between you two. And I think the person you're dealing with could contact you about this instead. What I'm reading for your energies and your person's energies can apply to your situation in reverse, so keep that in mind. But I think they will be willing to give. If you're the one who's demanding, they will willing to give or put in some extra effort or restore the balance. But again, it's the absolute minimum they have to do. They will. Anything extra, they will not. But I think that might be even enough. Whatever it is, it might be enough, because the future card is the 10 of Pentacles. So it's prosperity. It's reaching a 10 when it comes to your fulfillment. It can also be family, business, something that's reaching a point of success, prosperity. Whatever that you're going through, it looks like it's going to come to a point where it is stable, it is prosperous, and you might, or the person you're dealing with might get some fulfillment from where you will reach together. But I think you guys are going to work it out. Yeah, there is some like bad history and stuff you guys are, I think, dealing with here, like bad memories, things that, you know, you cannot let go or overlook that the other person has done, or vice versa. There might be some resentment or grudge, or holding on to things that were said or done or not done in the past. So, but still, I think it's going to reach a point where it will like work out. This person will give, or if they're demanding it from you, you may be willing to restore the balance. It'll work out. It looks like, at least for the next 10 days, that's what's showing up, Cancer. But yeah, now moving on to Leos. Hi, Leos. You know, I'm a Leo too, by the way. Man, I've been going through it though. I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys have been dealing with great, wonderful things this June. Good energies. Unlike me, it's been pretty tough for me. Man, draining energy for the past couple months. Very draining for me. But yeah, enough about me. Let's move on to Leos. Let's see what energies will be influencing you and what you've been dealing with for the next 10 days when it comes to your love life. When it comes to your love life, Leo. All right. Good energies, Leo. Tell me good things, cards, universe. Leo in my love life. Woo! I may not be alone. Okay. Good things. So positive. Leo love life. Wow. I definitely need one more card to clarify this. Oh, this goes like this. Okay. Man, Leo. So I start with the 6 of Wands in reverse. This is crowning a reading, affecting you. Possibly could be affecting your person too, but I really don't think so. I think this is more so you. Why? The 6 of Wands in reverse. You're not feeling confident. You might feel very hurt. Somebody might have put like a dent in your self-confidence, in your, I'm gonna say ego, but I'm not saying ego as in like arrogance and stuff like that, or selfishness. Ego as in your sense of self and your worth, who you are, like your confidence, your trust in yourself, and so on. Somebody or some situation might have put a dent in that, and you're not feeling confident, you're not feeling energetic, or that you can accomplish what you want. You might be feeling kind of weak, like your fire energy is pretty low, it looks like. And I'm saying that it applies to you because these are the cards that show up for you, Leo. By the way, what I'm reading for you and your person could apply to your situation in reverse, so just keep that in mind, take it as it resonates, but I'm just going to read it as I see it. For Leo, it's showing up as the Five of Cups along with the Tower. The Tower brings with it Scorpio energy as well as Mars. It's very intense. It shakes the ground. Something is or has come to an end or is changing. Yeah, it's definitely an end because of the 5 here too. This visual is telling me that it's something ended, and it's a big major change, and it could also be a very big realization for you too, a big lesson. You're gaining some wisdom, Leo, but it's, I think, very painful as you go through it, or very, at the least it's very uncomfortable, because you know a lot of us fixed signs don't do well with big changes, especially if they're emotional changes. Some of us can handle every kind of other change in our life, but when it comes to emotional changes, it may be tough for a lot of fixed signs. But nevertheless, for a lot of you, it already has happened or is happening. Very loud, big, intense change. And it brings with it disappointment, sadness. You may be grieving, looking back at, you know, what went wrong, what did I do wrong, what did they do wrong, and so on. You're like, kind of like digesting, processing whatever happened, as in just like how this guy is like looking, staring down at the 3 cups that were knocked down. But there are 2 cups in the back, so all is not lost. Even though situation between you and this person may not work out anymore for some of you, still there is more that will be coming to you in the future, Leo, so keep your head up. But yeah, a lot of you are experiencing sadness, disappointment, loss. You may feel betrayed for some of you. So it looks like it may be a tough time. That is very transformative to you, Leo, because of the Scorpio energy the Tower brings. I'm not sure. Is the 5 of Cups also Scorpio? I think so. But then it will be double Scorpio. So I also have a 6 of Cups here. I'm not sure what that one is. Scorpio or Pisces? Maybe Scorpio too. I'm not sure because it's dealing with the past, and the past is about Scorpio. But yeah, oh no, Pisces is also about past too. Never mind. I'm just going to stop confusing myself. But anyways, it's transformative energy for you right now, but it's very intense, and a lot of you may not enjoy it naturally. Going through this situation, the person you're dealing with is showing up as the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. While you're dealing with the Tower here, you may be the one who knocked down these cups. By the way, you may have been the one who initiated an ending or a change, but doesn't have to be. Could have been the person you're dealing with too, because on both sides they have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Tower. But I think you're feeling it very intensely, and they're not. You could be dealing with an Aries, by the way. It doesn't have to be. Magician is, I believe, an Aries card, the energy it brings. But they are like ready to end this situation and move on. They're basically handling it pretty well, this change, this ending between you two. I think they're keeping very busy. They're trying to manifest things, bring things to fruition that works for them. Whatever's best for them is, I think, what they're working on right now. And I think they're not really, like, they're very much focused on themselves. I don't think they're like being involved with other people and stuff like that. Maybe, but even if so, their focus is on themselves and ending an old chapter, an old cycle here, and starting something new. So this could also be your energy instead, Leo. Like I said, it could apply in reverse, but both of you are ending this situation between you two, and you're feeling it really deeply while they're like harnessing all that energy and putting it to work. But hey, different people process emotions differently and a different pace. So, you know, do what you feel is best for you, Leo. Even if that means taking some time out to deal with the emotions of this process, nothing wrong with that. If that is what you're doing, of course. But between you, I have the Four of Pentacles along with the Six of Cups here. So there is still like holding on somewhat, clinging, holding on. Again, I think you've been dealing with this person for a long time, Leo. Like somebody you have history with, somebody from your past. It could be a partner, a marriage, a long-standing friendship. Could even be like a business partnership or so on. But somebody you've been dealing with for a long time and you do have emotional ties to, strong emotional ties to. But I think like a lot of like you've been stuck in your comfort zone, or this relationship between you two was just arrived at a point where you were both stuck in this comfort zone, or things were just like the same over and over again. There might have been some pattern being repeated between you two, and it has been going on a long time. You still might be holding on to good memories between you two though. I think this could be for both of you, where both of you are thinking about each other and reminiscing and thinking about all the good times, all the good memories and so on, you know, all that we went through and yada, yada, yada. But it's regardless ending, changing in a major way, the situation between you two. And moving forward, you're going to feel very confident. You're going to step back into your power, Leo, once you are done dealing with this, because it starts with the Six of Wands in reverse, where you're like not confident, not really energetic, and so on. And then it ends with the Queen of Wands, who is very a go-getter, very confident, has a lot of energy, a lot of passion, isn't afraid to speak for herself, stand up for herself, go after what she wants. This is the energy that you will harness, that will be influencing you in the future, Leo. So that's great. You're going to recover in a very strong way. Look, I wanted to say, get another card to clarify, and I got the Star. So you're going to be healing in a very big way. You might have a new understanding, new perspective, new gained wisdom, and it's going to bring you so much confidence and power, and conviction and motivation, energy, all the good things, the fire, the Queen of Wands brings to you, Leo, which, you know, the Wands is fire energy, so perfect, your element. And then the Star is gaining clarity, hope. You may gain some newfound hope and healing. So that's great. All right, so that was Leo. And now, moving on to Virgos. Hi, Virgos. I hope you guys are doing great. Again, when I'm reading energies for you and your person, it can apply to your situation in reverse. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what you've been dealing with and what energy is really influencing you for the next 10 days when it comes to your love life, Virgo. One more shuffle. Perfect. Virgo love life. Virgo love life. Wow. Okay. Too many cards. So I have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's crowning your reading, affecting you and possibly the person you're dealing with as well. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse could represent a missed opportunity, a loss of even income or money, or like not loss, but missing to opportunity to get some, you know, material possessions, income, or so on. It's like not starting, not investing into something or someone. This could also be an issue of trust, of responsibility, accountability, commitment, investment, say in a relationship, partnership. It may be different things for different Virgos, but take it as it resonates. You're showing up as the King of Pentacles along with the Hierophant. I'm sorry, the High Priestess. I'm looking right at it. High Priestess. Okay. So you're definitely, you're being practical, but at the same time you're intuitive as well. So it's like a combination of your practical, logical side, your practical side, your realistic side, your grounded side, and your intuition are joined in right now to deal with a situation that has drama, problems, conflict, or competition. You may be feeling very isolated, or you may be isolating yourself, feeling alone. I have the Hermit in reverse, which is a Virgo card, but you may be feeling kind of out of your element recently, or will be going forward. This as in you may have difficulty accessing your inner guide, which is really odd because I have the High Priestess in the upright here. Could be somebody that you're dealing with that's like this, where they're like, either they isolate themselves too much, maybe somebody, they may do this to control too, or you may even do this for some of you, but like they're using their presence to manipulate people. So they remove themselves from your presence or in this conversation to gain back control, you know. It could be that for some of you. But whoever this is, it's like it's really, okay, this is confusing. Sorry, guys. Let me take a minute here. For the person you're dealing with, I have the Empress along with the Seven of Cups in reverse. There is an indecision between you two, all right? There is drama. There is, or it could be a competition for some of you again. It's like you guys aren't able to get on the same page. I also have the Two of Swords in reverse here. So there's drama. There's like a lack of understanding towards each other. There's possibly problems with communication or decision making, and it's likely having to do with something material or some sort of an opportunity, commitment, investment, whatever it may be. Something material and tangible though. That brings with it a new beginning. I think regarding that, you guys are having a difficult time getting along, even though both of you seem like fine. You're definitely being possibly a little stubborn, but you're like, you made up your decision, you see things a certain way, or you understand things, especially intuitively, and you made your decision and you're not budging. You're like, nope, this is my boundaries, this is what I decided, or these are my rules, this is what I want. Whatever it is, you're stating it and you're standing your ground. You're not willing to compromise or change anything, because you feel like, you know, this is a decision you're making that's practical, also intuitive. So why would you? And you want like responsibility. You want prosperity. You want things to work. You want investment. You want all of that. The person you're dealing with is showing up as the Empress. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, by the way, but it doesn't have to be. But they are like also focused on growth and expansion. Maybe this person does make decisions or behave and act with their emotions, with their feelings, or what they deem enjoyable or what they like, you know, Venus. But it's like their emotions may be clouding their judgment because of the Seven of Cups here in reverse. For some of you, there might be some competition here. I just got that too, where there are people that are competing for your attention, Virgo, and this person here has love for you, but they're trying to get rid of like all the other choices and options you might have. Like they're trying to outbest all the competition, all the choices, and so on. To get to you, who is sitting here like the King of Pentacles. Like, I have, you know, all this, I have a Kingdom of Pentacles here, and you're gonna have to come and get it. I'm not moving. I'm not moving a finger. So I'm going to trust my intuition, my gut, and I'm gonna stay here. And, you know, you work for me, or, you know, you work it out. Some of you might be going through a situation like this, but even so, like the feature card is a Two of, oh, look what I just got, the Emperor here with the two. You want to remain in control? Well, that makes sense with the King of Pentacles as well. Some of you might want to remain in control, and so you want to make a clear decision here. You want to make a responsible decision here, a grounded decision regarding whatever you're dealing with in the situation. But there is like, you may feel like you don't trust these people because they're not telling you everything there is to know, or they're lying, or there's a problem with communication here that you're trying to get rid of. You want everything to be clearly laid out so you can make the best decision for you. And this person you're dealing with, like, regardless, there might be some illusions. They may be very good at manipulating emotions, manipulating people emotionally, or confusing people, putting up, again, illusions, and so on, or deceit, secrets, and stuff like that could also be in play here. But like, they have love. They do. They're showing up as the Empress. And I think they're trying to be the Empress to your Emperor, but there is trouble between you two. There is trouble between you two. They're unable to get along here, unable to understand each other, or they don't understand you, or vice versa. Yeah, you want prosperity, you want security. I don't think you're wanting to deal with these people or this person right now. You're very focused on your comfort, your stability, your luxury, your security, your fulfillment, your tangible material fulfillment. And you're very responsible, Virgo. Shocker. But yeah, I think you're not going to make a decision yet because, you know, you're staying clear from everybody you don't trust right now, and trying to be clear-minded when you're dealing with them. But yeah, that's Virgo for the next 10 days. Now moving on to, let's see, now moving on to Libra. Hi Libra, I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see what energies will be influencing you for the next 10 days when it comes to your love life, and what energies you've been dealing with. I'm sorry, and what you've been dealing with. Sorry. All right. I'm bending cards. And again, when I'm reading for your energies, Libra, and the person you're dealing with, their energies, it could apply to your situation in reverse. So just keep that in mind. Just Take it as it resonates. Leave what does not. All right, one more shuffle and we can start on with Libra. All right, Libra. What's going on with Libra? Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra life. Okay. Interesting. So I have the Seven of Cups in the upright. That's crowning your reading, Libra. That could be affecting you, influencing you, but also your person. Oh man, Seven of Cups. It can represent having a lot of choices and options that you're looking at. It can also mean that you're very emotional in your judgment. Could be you, could be your person, could be both. Just take it as it resonates. You're very focused on money, material things. Three of Pentacles in the upright along with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Kind of contrasting here, huh? Teamwork and not giving. So so you might be kind of back and forth. I don't know. So okay. I got 2 10s in reverse in the middle. You guys are trying to get over an ending, a completion. You're not happy. You're tired. You've been dealing with this a long time, with this person, or situation or partnership or whatever it is between you and this person. You've been dealing with it a long time, and both of you are very tired. It's like you've been collecting all these good and bad memories, and it's just reached a point where it served this purpose, and you reached a dead end, and you did not get what you hoped that you would get from this. Like, you didn't get your fulfillment, your happiness, whatever you were expecting. It didn't reach those expectations for both of you, I think. Could be you or them, but I'm getting that it's both of you. Between you, I have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Wands, both in reverse. So I think for a lot of you, there was an ending and completion that happened in the past. For some of you, it could be happening right now or about to happen, but you're not happy. You didn't get your emotional happiness, fulfillment in this situation. And I think you're trying to unburden yourself, or both of you could be trying to unburden yourselves, to let this go, let go of baggage, and to move forward. But you're still in the process of moving on, it looks like, from whatever you guys went through that involved some sort of a completion, and an unfulfilled completion, that is. And so I guess you guys are looking at, possibly you're looking at your options then with the Seven of Cups. It is like an emotional card, influencing your judgment emotionally, but it's like you're looking at all these different options, or maybe different people, or what else I can do moving forward. You could also be looking at, what happened between us, you and this person, what was said, what was done, what was not done. Like, you're looking back at it and trying to analyze it and understand it. But take whatever resonates. Could also be you're just looking around for new options, new things to do, new things to focus on. You want teamwork, you want collaboration, cooperation, or you wanted it with this person, you wanted to work things out, but you're no longer wanting to give. It looks like it was very one-sided, Libra, for a lot of you, because of the Six of Pentacles in reverse here. So either you or this person, one person wasn't as giving as the other. And There could also have been like a third person involved here for some of you. Whether you or your person was involved with somebody else. It could be romantic entanglement, but doesn't have to be. It could be somebody else who had an influence on you or this other person, on your, you know, emotions, your perceptions, your decisions, and so on. But I think you are very focused on material, tangible things, your money, your income, your stability and security, your work. It can also be where you're focused on trust issues, responsibility, being grounded, accountable, and stuff like that too. And the person you're dealing with is showing up as the Strength card along with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You could be dealing with a Leo here for some of you. It's a Leo card, but it doesn't have to be a Leo. It's just that they're no longer waiting on this partnership with you or situation. They're no longer waiting. They're no longer putting in any effort. They're not expecting anything no more. They might be holding on to like bad memories, bad things that were done, said, or lack thereof, whatever. But yeah, they're no longer giving or waiting. They're basically focused on tending to themselves, you know, being kind to themselves, like working on their self-confidence, on their security. They may also be holding themselves back from speaking with you as well, but they're very much focused on gaining their own like inner health, confidence, security, maybe even trying to heal, and so on. Yeah, this person, yeah, there was an ending that happened or is happening. I got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It might have, I think it felt like an unfortunate ending. Like it didn't really work out for you in your favor or your person's favor. Somebody here like was not happy with this ending and change that is or has happened. It feels very unfortunate, very much of a sad change and event, and difficult to deal with for a lot of you. But I think you're getting over it, or you will, moving forward. You're dealing with it by working. They're dealing with it by just caring for themselves, like internally and stuff. And but moving forward, I got the Queen of Wands, so I'm just trying to clarify that. Oh, you're closing off. Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, you're closing off from this person. You're closing off to this person, and you're going to move on with a lot of energy, Libra. You're going to gather up a lot of motivation, passion, and go after what you want. And deal with it with a lot of fire energy here. You may also be trying not to show your vulnerabilities, or your person could be this way where they're like, I'm fine, everything's good, I'm strong, right? But they're not showing you what's behind the curtains, which is like you know, trying to deal with a lot of issues that that happened in the past that they're holding on to and trying to let go and no longer cling on or invest in and stuff. And they weren't happy either, so they didn't get their 10 either. So either you or them might be putting up a front like, I'm fine, I'm strong, but you know, it's tough to still deal with. But I mean, moving forward, it looks like you will be moving with better energy. You will step into better energy, and you will have a lot of motivation and passion to, you know, get things done in your life and do things that are good for you and things that you want to pursue, Libra. But yeah, that is Libra. Now moving on to Scorpios. Hi Scorpios, I hope you guys are doing wonderful this June. Let's see what you've been dealing with and what energies will be influencing you moving forward in the next 10 days when it comes to your love life. Again, I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video, so I'm repeating it for each sign. When I'm reading for you and your person's energies, It can apply to your situation in complete reverse, so just keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. It's a general love reading, so. Alright, one more shuffle and then we can start off with Scorpio. Scorpio love life. Scorpio love life. Scorpio, a lot of you are dealing with somebody who's very codependent or clingy. Man, you're dealing with somebody from the past. You're dealing with somebody you have history with, you've known with for a while, or have dealt with again in the past, in your past, and it's been a long time. It's like you're almost at a tipping point, but you still have grit to deal with. Well, I don't think you're going to be dealing with each other. I think you're cutting them off, Scorpio. You're cutting off communication with this person. You're trying to be very logical here. I have the 9 of Wands crowning your reading, influencing you and possibly your person as well. Again, with the 9 here, you're feeling tired, Scorpio, and possibly defensive as well, because you've been dealing with this person or situation for a long time. You've been, collected all these wands, all these experiences with this person. If there's one more, you're about to like beat them up or something. You're like, had it enough, You're close to reaching a tipping point, but still, even if you're tired, you still have some energy to deal with the situation. But the right way, because you don't have much patience anymore and you're much wiser when dealing with this person. And look what that 10th wand is on your side, the Ace of Wands, along with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So that 10th wand from this 9 of Wands card, you're going to grab that 10th wand and you're going to start something new away from this person. You're cutting them off. You're cutting off, or at least cutting off communication, or you're keeping it to like absolute minimum, to like the essential necessary things we'll talk about, but the rest, no, not so much. So cutting them off, or communication. Starting something new, opening up a new page in your life, a new journey, a new chapter, a new passion, new adventure, whatever it is for you, Scorpio. It's something new you're starting, and without this person's influence. Because if they do come back in, you're going to lose it looks like. Excuse me. And the person you're dealing with, I have the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, this person looks like they're not independent. They're codependent, especially when it comes to money, material things. They can also be very clingy, somewhat manipulative. They're like unhealthy. They're toxic. There's like a lot of bad memories here from the past that I think they brought into your life. Again, this could be in reverse. They could feel like this about you instead, Scorpio, so just take it as it resonates. But if they try to make a return here to you out of codependency, or like toxic behavior, you're not going to let them. You're going to cut it off, because I think the situation was, for some of you, one-sided. Again, Somebody was giving too much. The other one was just taking, and not giving. And I think if that's the case, then you're cutting that out. You're putting an end to that as well. Between you, I have the King of Swords here. So you're being very rational here. And I think this is you because of the Knight of Swords energy here as well. And this person being so toxic. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be you. Let me see. Okay, what I'm getting is you're making a very logical, rational decision here to cut them off or limit communication and start something new on your own that will work out for you in a much better way. That even maybe it sparks your passion or whatever. And you're judging this person or partner or situation, again, with a very clear mind. But at the same time, you could be dealing with somebody who's very manipulative and has a very big ego and are very cold unless they're getting what they want. They're very cold, and it's because the King of Swords is accompanied by the Magician in reverse. Yeah, you're dealing with somebody with a very big ego who's very cold, who could be very critical and harsh or very sharp with their words, but in a hurtful way. Or they just, if that's not the case, they're very strategic in their communication. But it's in order to manipulate people, or it's in order to serve their ego, to serve them. You could be dealing with somebody narcissistic, because those two cards, I also have these two that I showed you earlier. It kind of emphasizes here the toxicity, the unhealthiness, the codependency, the lack of independence, the bad memories from the past and all that stuff. It's just, you've been dealing with a lot here, Scorpio. But moving forward, I think you're doing what's best for you. You're taking control. You're not giving in to this person, and you're dealing with it in a very healthy way, because moving forward, you got the Six of Pentacles. You're going to get some balance. You're going to get some sort of justice, like somebody's giving to you, like the universe is giving back to you what you deserve, what you need, like good karma in a way. Yeah. You're going to get emotional support moving forward. I got the Three of Cups to clarify the Six of Pentacles. So you're going to get a lot of emotional support. Could be friends, family, colleagues, partner, whatever. But you could also go out and socialize and have a good time, or just talk with some friends. It's healthy emotional support here that people will be giving to you, that you'll be receiving from, which you probably did not receive from this other person that you were dealing with, who's very problematic. You're going to get what you need, what you deserve, what you want. Good karma is coming your way, Scorpio, moving forward. Be patient, all right? All right, so that was Scorpio. Ended pretty well, ended pretty good. Now, moving on to... All right, let me see. Now moving on to Sagittarius. Hi, guys. Hi, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see what energies have been, and let's see what you've been dealing with and what energies will be influencing you in the next 10 days when it comes to your love life. And again, when I'm reading for you and the person you're dealing with, the energies can apply to your situation in reverse. So just keep that in mind. Alright, a couple more shuffles and then I'll begin with Sagittarius. Almost an hour in. Alright. I need to hurry up. Sagittarius love life. Oof. That's a lot of cards, but I will take the top one. Wow. Oh my gosh, interesting. So I have the Three of Wands in reverse, crowning your reading, influencing you and possibly your person, Sagittarius. So all right, the Three of Wands here is representative of you or this person no longer waiting, no longer making plans, no longer seeing each other in your future. Or at least you're not making plans with them. And it's also, yeah, if I haven't said it before, you're no longer waiting. There could have been some distance between you and this person. For some of you, it doesn't have to be. It could be emotional, mental, or physical distance. Pick whatever resonates. But you're walking away. I'm sorry, I just read Scorpio. Sagittarius. I have the Eight of Cups along with the Knight of Swords for you. So you're like communicating to somebody about what you think or how you feel or whatever you need to communicate with them very quickly, and you're leaving. You're walking away, especially emotionally, but could be physically too. You're walking away from somebody. You're leaving them behind, or maybe you already have. Again, it can be in reverse. Could be where somebody else left you, or is leaving you. But yeah, take it as it resonates. I also have the Five of Pentacles in reverse in the middle between you and this person. So yeah, somebody is or has been left out in the cold, left out of the connection. This also with it might have brought like financial loss or instability with whoever got left. Could have affected both of you even, but somebody might be trying to get back from out of the cold and connect with you again, but I don't think you're really looking at this in a positive light to this person. You're not really interested. You're communicating with them. You're open to communication. But emotionally, I think either you have left already or you're in the process. So you're putting distance between you and this person. And it's resulting from how you feel towards them. And I got the Queen of Swords in between you again too. So there is communication. And it's very clear communication too. And it's very logical and reasonable as well. It's almost like if you want to come back from out of the cold, this is what you got to do, or this is what I need from you. And I think that's you saying that, Sagittarius. Or you're telling them like, I hear you want to come back out from the cold, or whatever, you've been left out, but this is why. And it's like the Queen of Swords is literally showing or telling the other person what they need to do or what the problem is, depending on your situation. Take whatever resonates. And I think this is more so you, Sagittarius. And the other person is showing up as the Magician in reverse along with the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like they've been working with no results. They're working, but they can't manifest anything. They can't bring things into fruition. They cannot get the fruits of their labor. So, or for some of you, it can also be where they've been steady working to manipulate. They've been trying. That's literally what they were focused on, manipulating the other person or playing games or something. Or they're very focused on their money so much that they can't manifest anything else in their life, and likely like all their work, whatever they're focused on, they're not even getting, again, fruits of their labor from that either. So it's like they're working for no reason. Or they're dedicating themselves to something like a lost cause or something. And you're basically clearly communicating this to them. You're like, hey, The reason for this, you're trying to overcome this Five of Pentacles energy, this change, this loss, this being left out in the cold, possibly physically out of a relationship, but again, it could have to do with money and material things for some of you, and you're like, this is why, you know, this can't be or won't be, or this is why we've end up here. It's because, you know, you're working on something that won't happen, or you're focused on the wrong thing, or you're being manipulative. It may be different things for different Sagittariuses, but it's just whatever it is, it's not healthy with this person. Okay. There could be some illusions. They could be dealing with some delusions, by the way, or they could be very mysterious and secretive and stuff and trying to keep you in the dark or do things in the dark when nobody's aware, nobody's looking. And the moon is also like a moth flying to a fire, you know, not knowing or caring of whether they're going to burn and die in the process. I see that the moon in that way as well. Somebody's like working for something or focused on something that's not necessarily good for them or won't work out for them in their favor, but they don't care, or they're just not aware of it. They're just like delusional, you know? And between you two, yeah, whatever it is, like, it's not going to, whatever they're trying to do, it's not going to, they're not going to reach success. They're not going to get what they want. There's no offer, no opportunity here with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But I think they can't, they're having a difficult time seeing that for some of you, the person you're dealing with. But moving forward, I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. You're losing passion. You could also get very frustrated and angry with this person, or impatient, or they could be behaving this way towards you instead. But I think between you two, there's either, again, anger or lack of passion or lack of motivation. No movement. If there is movement, oh wow, I said no movement and it clarified. It shut me up. I got the Eight of Wands, which represents movement. So there is movement, but excuse me, but it's like with negative energy, with, you know, impatience and impulsiveness, or anger or frustration, or just, you know, I can't take it anymore, or whatever. It could also be like trying to control a situation, but it's coming from an unhealthy place. And so there is movement, or there is communication, but it's like negative, or either there's no passion, or there's like anger and frustration and so on. So yeah. Anything else? Yeah, no. Pretty much similar stuff. But yeah, that was Sagittarius. Whew. For the next 10 days. And now moving on to, let's see. Now moving on to Capricorns. Hi Capricorns. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see what you've been dealing with, Caps, and what energies will be influencing you in the next 10 days when it comes to your love life. And again, when I read for you and the person you're dealing with, the energy, the situation can apply to your to you in reverse. So just keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. Let's see, Capricorns. What energies will you be dealing with? Will you be influenced by in your love life? Capricorn. Capricorn. Whoa. Interesting. So I have the Five of Wands in reverse. That's crowning your reading, influencing you and possibly a person too. Drama, fight, conflict, Can also mean competition here. That you either, I think a lot of you already had this point where there was a big argument, conflict, or drama between you and this person, and you're moving on from it. But it can also mean that you're trying to avoid a conflict, argument, drama, or whatever, or even competition with this person. Man, both of you don't look healthy here, you and this person, but what you're going through is good for you, even though it doesn't feel healthy, or you're not dealing with it the best way you possibly could, or it's just difficult to deal with, but it's good for you in the long process. Like, you have to go through whatever you're going through right now, Capricorn. I have for you the Nine of Cups, and in reverse, along with the Seven of Swords. Again, keep in mind, what I'm reading for you could apply to your person instead, like it could be in reverse, but it's showing up as your energy, Capricorn, just the messenger. But Nine of Cups, you're not very emotionally independent. You're not where you want to be emotionally. You could be codependent, you could be behaving toxically, in a very unhealthy way. You could also be clingy. And with the Seven of Swords here, emotional insecurities or problems could result in you like playing mind games, word games, and manipulating the other person, or trying to get away with certain stuff when they're not looking or aware. You might be deceiving them, or be thinking about betraying. You might be thinking about getting revenge for some of you. So take it as it resonates, but I don't think you're in a very healthy place right now, especially emotionally and mentally. My advice, by the way, is when you're in a situation like this, dealing with energy like this, listen to your intuition, because your mind and your emotions might be deceiving you, or very unhealthy and toxic and difficult to deal with, or they might cloud your judgment. So yeah, anyways, intuition will save the day in those cases. But I'm saying this about you, but your person isn't all too better either, by the way. So before you get like defensive, this can also mean that you're trying to get away from the other person, like you're running away from them, because like you're emotionally, you're not where you want to be. You're not happy, you're not healthy, you're not independent. And in order to get away from this feeling, this situation, you're literally strategically trying to remove yourself from this partnership, remove yourself from, the situation or with this person. So yeah, the person you're dealing with is showing up as the Queen of Cups in reverse, along with the Ace of Cups in reverse. So they're not really healthy either. They could be emotionally manipulative. And that would explain, both of you emotionally manipulative, emotionally codependent. So you could have been like emotionally attached to this person, but both of you were pretty unhealthy. Or both of you are like, the emotions towards each other are changing, but in the process, it's just, it can get ugly or difficult to deal with. But they're not, I think their emotions for you are completely changing. Like, they're not wanting to, excuse me, give any love, compassion, emotion towards you, or give to you. They're closing that chapter. They're not wanting to start anything new. There's no healing here either. Either they're completely closing off their emotions, or they're going overboard and making decisions with their emotions, but it's coming from a very unhealthy place. So it could also be clingy, controlling, manipulative, emotionally again. But between you two, which is so odd, I have the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's I I need to clarify that. Oh, there's a rejection. Okay. The Four of Cups here. So it could be where one of you rejected the other or is about to reject the other person. I think for a lot of you it might have already happened because of this Five of Wands here in reverse. And if this is the case, then it's like you're getting away. You're trying to remove yourself from the situation. Either you again got rejected or you're the one who did the rejection. Either way, somebody here is strategically trying to remove themselves out of the equation. And I think the Sun here represents clarity of mind. Like you and this person, between you, it's like clear. You actually, no matter what games or whatever you're trying to play, you're both aware of each other's problems and toxicity and what they're doing, what they're not doing. I think it's just clear as day between you two, what the other person is or has done or is doing. And I think that's very freeing for you, or maybe for both of you. It's very freeing. So you feel like, I'm free, I can do whatever I want, I can see things clearly, I'm no longer manipulated or controlled or held back or whatever, or messed with in the head or in the emotions. You're freeing yourself from all of that. And I think the situation between you and this person, it was like a long-standing situation. You've been dealing with this person for a while. I think it could be a family member, could be a partner, a spouse, a very long-standing friend, or even could deal with business partner. But whatever it is, like you had something with them, but it's just got very problematic. And you're looking at all the good things that you guys did have with each other, that you did build together or whatever. But I think it's reached an ending. It's reached a completion, a finality here because it's a 10. And it's time to move on. It's time to see things clearly. And again, there is emotional rejection here. And both of you are getting away from each other. So moving forward, I have the Seven of Pentacles. And Capricorn, it's stagnant period awaiting for you. So you're gonna be stagnant. You're gonna be focused on yourself, tending to your own garden, tending to your own material security, your income, your career, your work, your prosperity is what you will be focused on. And I think this will bring you much more happiness and fulfillment. I think what you really needed was something very realistic, something down to earth, something responsible, something, somebody loyal, and present, and healthy. But I don't think you really got it with them. So because of the rejection here and the other cards, moving forward, you're just focused on yourself, your own money. You're also possibly will be evaluating things and people, what was said, what was done, who did I have in my life, how can I avoid whatever happened between us in the future. You're really going to take time out to figure things out, to evaluate and analyze things, and make sure that your personal garden, you yourself, your own life is in order, is healthy, is growing. That's what you'll be focused on. So yeah, that was Capricorn. Now moving on to Aquarius. Hi Aquarians, how are you guys doing? I am also Aquarius moon. Man, I don't know about you guys, but for me it's been pretty crazy for the past couple months. Draining last couple months, emotionally draining. But yeah, anyways, enough about me. Let's see what energies will be influencing you in the next 10 days. Aquarius. Okay, let's see what will be influencing you in your love life in the next 10 days. Beautiful. Look what card just dropped onto the table. The Star, which is an Aquarius card, by the way. I just wanted to show you that immediately. What are the odds? And it's in the upright too. All right, Aquarius love life. I'm going to talk about the card in a second. All right. Oh my. Aw. Oof. Wow. Couple more cards. Aquarius love. Aquarius love. All right, so again, I have the Star crowning your reading, Aquarius card 2 at the same time. That will be influencing you and possibly your person as well. But since it's an Aquarius card, I think this is more so influencing you. I got another Aquarius card again too, by the way. I got the Fool. Actually, Uranus, your ruling planet, it rules this card, the Fool, by the way. But yeah, the Star brings with it healing. It brings with it new optimism, hope. It also brings with it clarity of mind, a new understanding, like an aha moment. That brings healing and new hope. So you are very heartbroken, Aquarius. I got the three of Swords along with the World in reverse. It's like your world turned upside down with this betrayal, this loss, or sadness. Whatever broke your heart, it like turned your world upside down, literally, like in a very major way. You may not have known what to do, or you may feel like dumbfounded, or just, where do I go from here? What do I do? It's like everything's upside down, and you might have kind of like not know what to do, but because your heartbreak is so loud, it affected you in your life in a very major way, or is affecting you. This could involve like 3 people. The reason of your heartbreak could be where person you're dealing with was involved with a third person or influenced by a third person. Doesn't have to be. For some of you that can be. I just wanted to state that. I think this World card, of course, brings with it major ending, major change, closing out old chapters, old cycles, old patterns in your life. You're not closing a chapter in your life. You're closing the entire book and starting a new book. It's like major. So it's colossal. But I think that process might be a little slow for you, for some of you, because the World's in the reverse. It's like there is a sense of fighting against it, a sense of not wanting this to happen, or it is so painful as it happens as you're fighting it. You're trying to avoid it or somehow reverse it or something, but it's coming regardless. The universe is guiding you through this. So I think this is good for you. You need to go through it. It's going to heal you and help you become wiser and more hopeful and whatnot, and even clear-minded. So I think it's just a heartbreak that's making it difficult. It's very painful, both emotionally and mentally. And the person you're dealing with, I have the 10 of Wands along with the 8 of Swords in reverse. So they're letting go. They're unburdening themselves, letting go of baggage. They're understanding that this situation or partnership between you two has run its course. It's reached a dead end, and it may have become a very big burden for you or for them, maybe both of you. But they're finally starting to let go and move on. They're also freeing that they might have felt trapped in this partnership or situation mentally. They might have been very much like up in their head about you, like going over and over and over about you in their mind, very anxious. They might have had some insecurities, fears, anxieties, or they were like literally avoiding a truth about your two's like your involvement with them. But whatever it is, they're taking off that blindfold, they're freeing themselves, they're letting go of the anxieties, whatever it was that was stressing them out about this relationship or partnership. They're removing it from their lives. And between you two, like, there is like, I guess there is a potential for something between you two to start something new, like a commitment, something tangible. But it's like either you or this person, or maybe both of you, just take it as it resonates, not wanting to take a new leap of faith. Yeah, there is an opportunity, but somebody's not acting on it, or maybe both of you aren't. And you're just not wanting to take this new start because you may feel like it's too risky, that you're going to run into the same problem again, you're going to repeat stuff, or you may feel like it's very foolish. You know, yeah, this opportunity is here, but me hopping onto it will be very foolish and risky, and I just don't want to. So yeah, you guys, there is no stability between you two, or lack of fulfillment. Somebody's not feeling fulfilled here, and there could have been a lot of like deceit, mysteries, games being played, but that's no longer going to be, like, that's being cut out. I have the 7 of Swords along with the 10 of Pentacles, both in reverse. Freeing yourself from the situation, seeing it clearly, taking off the blindfold, getting out of your head, getting rid of your anxieties, calling out person for lying or for doing things that were not right, that were not just. Yeah, I think either you're calling somebody out on their shit, or you already have, or somebody's coming out clean, but it's, you know, it's just not fulfilling, it's not stable, you cannot trust it, maybe there's a lack of loyalty even, or the situation is just not tangible, not grounded, and it's just not working. There is an ending. Yeah, there is lack of communication between you two, or just unhealthy communication if there is, lack of clarity, lack of truth. But I think you're starting to see through it, and you're seeing that this was not your fulfillment. Maybe you needed to learn things from this to get stronger, to get wiser, but you're not going to find your fulfillment here. So you're moving on, no matter how painful it is. You're not being stupid. You're not, you know, as in like the Fool in reverse. You're not taking any unnecessary risks. You're not repeating any old patterns, you know. You're being very careful and cautious moving forward, and focused on your healing, gaining new hope, new clarity, new wisdom, and so on. But yeah, that was Aquarius. Now moving on to Pisces. All right. Hi, Pisces. I hope everything's wonderful for you. I know some Pisces have been going through some difficult times. Not all of you, some of you. I hope all of that is left behind, and now we're venturing into good, positive waters, positive energies. Let's see what you've been dealing with and what energies will be influencing you in the next 10 days about your love life, Pisces. Again, when I'm reading for you and your person, the energies can apply to your situation in reverse. Keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. All right, Pisces. Wow. You are dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame. Somebody you have a very deep connection with somebody you've been connected to or dealing with for a long time. Like you have history with them, or they're from your past. Could be a family member, a spouse, a long-standing relationship, a friend, but a very close dear friend. Whatever it is though, twin flame soulmate energy here. Could be karmic. I have the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Wands both in reverse, crowning your reading. So an ending, definitely an ending, but it's like you're trying to avoid it. Yeah, I think either you or this person may be trying to avoid a change or an ending that feels pretty burdensome. Like they're trying to, like if this change happens, it's definitely an ending, and it can also be very burdensome or difficult to go through or tiring, exhausting to deal with. It might be a good change actually. The change eventually might turn out to be in your favor, even if it may not seem that way. But either you or this other person is like avoiding that change, that ending of an old cycle, beginning a new chapter, letting go of old things that don't work out for you, Pisces. Yeah, either you or this person are trying to avoid it. You want to unburden yourself. You do realize there is like a completion here, but it feels like a very unfortunate change or ending, and so you may be fighting it, or the person you're dealing with. Could also be for some of you that you already went through an ending or a change in the past. And then now you're moving forward to unburden yourself, to let go of old baggage and to welcome a new cycle. But even though that, if it already happened, that ending or change, I think you felt like it was unfortunate, it was not just, or it was just so painful. But yeah, I have the 6 of Cups along with, in the reverse, along with the Lovers for you, Pisces. So you're dealing with a lover or again, soulmate, twin flame, somebody you have a lot of emotional strong emotional ties to. But again, somebody you've been dealing with for a while, you have history with, somebody from your past. But there are bad things that happened between you two in the past that you cannot let go of, that are like a factor here in this situation. And the person you're dealing with, I have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of 10 of Pentacles came up today in the readings, but along with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse too. So they're not happy, especially materially, tangible wise, or like in, you know, money wise. They're codependent. They're not independent. They have not reached their fulfillment. They're not getting this happy ending, fulfillment, prosperity. It could be family, business, friendship, whatever, but they want it to be tangible and prosperous with a lot of abundance and fulfilling, and they want to be independent financially, but they're not. Like they're controlled, or they can't do what they want. They're codependent. They could be clingy. They could be behaving this way towards you, Pisces, or they could be having troubles with their work, or they're just a person who has problems being responsible. And between you two, I have the Page of Cups in reverse. So there is emotional problems between you two. The emotions might be changing. There may be lack of emotional support, compassion, love. I mean, you still feel it very strongly, but at the same time, there's all these bad things that happened in the past that are affecting your judgment or your feelings towards them. Or again, this could be how the person you're dealing with feels about you. You want prosperity, or your person does. Somebody here wants prosperity. They want stability. They want comfort and security. They could also be very stubborn, materialistic, and won't budge when they decide something, or they're in their comfort zone. They won't budge. They won't you know, change. They won't do anything like take action or anything. They just stay where they are, where they're comfortable and secure, and focused on money and stuff, tangible things. This could be you, could be your person. Take it as it resonates. Might be different for different Pisces. But that's basically what the value is being put on right now. Not emotions, but money or material things or loyalty and responsibility and so on. Not playfulness, not emotions and creativity and love and compassion. That's kind of like being ignored, literally being ignored with the Eight of Swords here, where she's blindfolded, ignoring, but she's doing it to herself. So moving forward, there is anxiety and stress here between you, or there is a sense of like ignoring something important here. That might also bring with it more anxiety. Yeah, between you two, I have the Two of Cups in reverse too. So there is like an emotional change happening between you two, changing your emotions, the way you feel about each other, or there is just you're not on the same page emotionally here. Somebody might feel like the other person's emotions are not what it used to be towards them. There's a lack of love or lack of understanding and compassion towards each other. It's like you're ignoring, somebody is ignoring an emotional problem between you and this person, Pisces. Whether it's you or your person doing the ignoring, or overly stressing out, seeing what they want to see, or focusing on only the bad or only the good, or again, ignoring something that's very important here, because somebody's avoiding, because maybe acknowledging will bring you change or an ending, and so somebody's trying to ignore that or avoid that from happening. So in order to avoid that ending change, they need to ignore the problems. So that's not good though, because you can ignore it only so much. Yeah, I think there's money problems between you two, or tangible material problems. I got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Lack of stability. I think that's what this is. Lack of accountability, responsibility, loyalty, or again, money problems that's being ignored here, or that's stressing you out so much that it's affecting your emotions towards each other. That what you're gonna have to deal with, sadly. But you're still making decisions, you know, out of love and responsibly. You're definitely aware of the connection between you two. It's just that it looks like your person might be going through some material problems, sadly. But yeah, that was Pisces. Now moving on to Aries. Hi guys, hi Aries. I hope life is going great for you, or it gets better if not. Let's see what energies you've been dealing with and what energies will be influencing you moving forward when it comes to your love life and love connections, Aries. I need to hurry. The video is very long again. I'm not really good at time management, sadly. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Aries. Again, when I'm reading for you and the energies of your person, it can apply to your situation in reverse, so just keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. Alright, one more shuffle. And now we get Aries. Alright, Aries love. You are dealing with somebody whose judgment is so clouded. Wow. Okay. So I have the 10 of Swords in reverse, crowning your reading, influencing you and possibly your person as well, moving forward, or right now. 10 of Swords in reverse. So it's a very stressful situation. Again, the 10s usually represent completions, endings, finality. And when it's the 10 of Swords, it's very stressful. You may feel like you were trapped in a situation or overwhelmed. You may have reached a tipping point, or you felt like you were controlled, and no matter what you do, you couldn't solve it. You couldn't make it better or get yourself out of the situation, free yourself. Or you may feel like, some of you may feel betrayed, backstabbed. I mean, literally, the dude is like backstabbed. But I think you're moving on from that. I think for a lot of you that already happened, that kind of a situation, an ending that was stressful, and now you're trying to pull out those swords from out of your back, from behind your back, and heal. Yeah, and some of you Aries might be actually trying to avoid situation getting to like a 10, like a failure, an ending, a very stressful ending. You might be trying to avoid it if it hasn't happened yet. But for a lot of you, I think it already has, and you're healing, or you're moving on. And you're very strong too. Nice. I have the 6 of Wands along with the Knight of Swords for you, Aries. Sorry. Been talking for an hour and a half. So you're feeling confident. You're basically moving with conviction, in self-confidence and assurance. You know what you want. You know where you stand. You value yourself in this, at least in this situation. You know what you want. And you're not afraid to say it, to communicate it with this person in this situation. There is communication definitely between you two, but this person is not the best person to make decisions. Their judgment is very clouded by their emotions, or they may have some illusions, delusions, mysteries, secrets. I don't know. It's emotional though, because it's the Cups. And it's clouding their judgment. They're unable to understand something fully, like, because the judgment is also like a moment of awakening, of realization. Excuse me, sorry. But yeah, they're it's in the reverse, so they're unable to reach that point because they're so like clouded. Their judgment is clouded by emotions or lies or whatever. They don't see things clearly, basically. And between you, I have the 8 of Swords along with the Hierophant in reverse. So things are changing, it looks like. It's very stressful between you two. It looks like a lot of anxiety, but there is communication. A lot of swords here. You could be dealing with an air sign or a water sign. I also have Taurus energy here too. Just to put that out there. And again, with the 8 of Swords here, there is like something is being ignored. Likely this person that you're dealing with, when you communicate with them, it's like they take and hear what they want to hear. They don't hear and acknowledge everything you're saying. They pick out and choose what they want to hear, whether it's the good or the bad or whatever. They're ignoring the full picture here, or the reality of the situation, and it's due to fears and anxieties and stress. And again, the Hierophant in reverse is like going about things in an unconventional way, changing things, not following the rules. Can also be a breakup between two partners. Somebody could be avoiding or ignoring the fact that things between you two are changing, or that somebody's not doing the right thing. You know, they're not following they're not following tradition. They're not doing things the right way, but yet they don't want to acknowledge it. There could also be a lack of responsibility, commitment, or accountability here. And that's crazy, because I think you're the one who's, I'm sorry, the person you're dealing with is the Eight of Swords, and you're the Hierophant in reverse. But it doesn't have to be. It's just, I'm picking that you're like, calling them out and telling them, hey, you're not doing things the right way, or you're not being committal, or, stable and stuff. Whatever the problem between you is, you might be communicating it to them, and they're like ignoring it. They're refusing to hear you, like really hear you. But you really don't give a flying F. Honestly, Aries, you're confident. You're like, okay, well, that's your problem. I'm going to go do what I need to do for me. Because the situation between you two, it has no balance. It might be one-sided. It might be very unfair, or it could be very up and down, like inconsistent. So you're addressing that. And yeah, you can't get this 10 like you want it, but in order to get it, this emotional fulfillment and happiness in the situation, you need things to be balanced. You need the person to reciprocate. I can't say it. Whatever you give to them, you want them to give back too. You want them to put in too. It can't be unjust. It has to be fair, and it has to be consistent. It has to be real and grounded. And I think that's the problem here. Even though there may be potential for you guys to be happy, it's just a problem that you guys need to address in order for you to reach your happiness. Yeah, you're being very logical. Look at this. I pulled out 2 cards, and both of them were about justice. Queen of Swords and justice. You need justice. You need fairness. You need equality. And you're being very clear-minded and logical. You need the other person to have reason. You need to be able to reason with them. And I don't think you are able to. So yeah, you need justice. And I think you're going to get your justice moving forward, Aries, because you're basically being very rational and clear-minded. So yeah, I think you're going to make things work for you, whether it's with this person or without them. You're going to do whatever's best for you, and you're going to get your justice that way. So yeah, that was Aries. Now moving on to Taurus, last but not least. All right, hi Taurus. Oh my god, the video is so long, and I thought I was gonna make things short. Man, oh well. So, Taurus, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Let's see what energies will be influencing you for the next 10 days about your love life. Excuse me. And again, when I'm reading your energies and your person's energies, it can apply to your situation in complete reverse. So just keep that in mind. Take it as it resonates. And let's see what Taurus will be dealing with in the next 10 days. Their life. What are they dealing with? Taurus. Taurus. Financial problems, Taurus. Oh, wow. Aw. Okay. Ooh, so a partnership is being broken, Taurus. A partnership. This doesn't have to be like love. I mean, it's a love reading, but like it could be friend, it could be a family member, it could be a close, it could be a spouse, of course, or like boyfriend, girlfriend. Can also be a business partnership, but somebody you still have emotional connections to. But yeah, take whatever resonates. I have the Four of Wands in reverse, crowning your reading, influencing you and possibly the person you're dealing with. So there's a relationship, a partnership here, or connection that is just upside down. Literally, it's not really working out. There are problems. You're unable to get on the same page with this person and make things work. And likely this definitely involves some sort of a commitment, between two people. And there could be money problems or problems with investment, effort, responsibility, stability and stuff, or money. Especially you're feeling this. Like, I have the Queen of Pentacles along with the Ace of Pentacles, both in reverse, showing up as your energy, Taurus. You're not feeling in your element at all. You may feel like there's an opportunity you're missing, you're unable to act on or work on or invest in. You want, like, there was like something that offered a new beginning, new investment, money, income, property. I don't know. It's something tangible and material here that promises a new start, opportunity, but it's being missed or not being acted on for some reason. You're not going after it for some reason. There might be issues with money here, man. Yeah, something you really want isn't working out, Taurus. There is a rejection. I have the Two of Wands along with the Four of Cups for the person you're dealing with. So they're kind of like waiting. They're stagnant, but they're thinking, they're weighing options, they're trying to figure out what to do, they're looking ahead. But there is like a rejection, whether it's you rejecting this person or this person rejecting you, or both of you together are being rejected if you're in some situation together. But what I'm really seeing here is that this is likely between you two. Just still take it as resonates. Doesn't have to be that for everybody, but rejection, emotional rejection at that. I think this person is either thinking about rejecting you, or there was a rejection and now they're thinking about what happened in the past. Yeah, because it could go either way. This is your person's energy and your energy here with the Ace. Both like seems like a rejection here some way. And between you two, I have the Eight of Pentacles along with the Three of Swords. So there is a heartbreak. You're heartbroken or you're disappointed. You may feel betrayed. It's like you're working at it, something so hard. Maybe both of you, or at least one of you. Somebody's working so hard, but it's resulting in heartbreak, disappointment, sadly. And then moving on, I have the Hierophant in reverse, which is a Taurus card in reverse. You're not in your element, or you won't be. Again, has to do with commitments here, with both being in reverse. Seems like could be a marriage, but doesn't have to be. Could be some different type of partnership. Definitely a partnership between two people, but it's being broken. Instability. Somebody's not following tradition. Somebody's being very unconventional, doing things differently, following their own rules, and doing things for themselves. They are not stable. They're changing things, or things are changing because of this heartbreak. And I think both of you are working really hard to deal with this heartbreak or disappointment or loss. Oh, yeah, look at this. Wow, Taurus. Wow. I mean, wow. Wish I had another hand so I could show you even more cards. Like, look at this. So I have the Devil in reverse. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, by the way. Don't have to be, though. Hierophant in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Swords, and 4 of Cups, all both in the upright. So this is definitely this is a heartbreaking situation, disappointing. Could be a third person involved, just for some of you, won't be for everybody, but it was a very toxic relationship or connection or partnership. It was controlling or manipulative, codependent, maybe whatever it is, it was unhealthy. And there is a lack of commitment or accountability, doing things unconventionally, or not even being loyal to each other. And one person's rejecting the other person and breaking their heart. But I think it's necessary because it's just a very toxic relationship or commitment. And you need to release yourself from it, Taurus. And doing so may feel very stressful, but it's necessary for you to free yourself from this toxic situation or connection. And I think you're going to do it. Or the other person could be the one who's initiating it. It's not wanted, this new change, this new chapter that's going to come into your life. I think you may not trust it, you might find it risky, you might find it foolish, or the other person may feel this way, but it doesn't matter. It's happening. You guys need to do things differently and release yourself from this toxic, unhealthy connection or commitment. Yeah. I got Death. So there's change coming in. Old things are being released, coming to an end, dying out, and new things, new energies will be coming into your life. You're being transformed, Taurus. You may not like this, or you may be initiating it. Depends on, I guess, different Tauruses. But regardless, the consequences are the same, which is bringing change and releasing yourself from toxic people, situations. But yeah, it could also be where the person you're dealing with is the one doing the releasing. Keep that in mind for some of you. There is lack of balance here between you two. Lack of peace, harmony, balance. And I think that's one factor playing into this situation here. But yeah, that was Taurus. And with that, completing all the signs. If it did resonate with you in any kind of way, please do like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys soon again in your new readings. All right? Take care. Bye-bye. Love you guys.